This is the maddest place on the planet.
Dancing.
The only show where you're allowed to do it without shoes on.
Andrew Johns, one of the greatest players of all time.
Cuddles and kisses go a long way, especially when you're in trouble.
Oh, the horse has bolted. Look at the big fellow go in.
Imagine if he wanted to fire. They're very horny and very aggressive.
Are we allowed to put that to wear?
Sydney, stay classy.
I love everyone for making me feel this good.
A new year and a new opener. Welcome to Freddy and the 8th for 2024. Another compelling premiership season coming up. And it's great to be reacquainted with my mates Freddy and the 8th, Brad Fittler and Andrew Johns. Welcome.
Just ready to get back to work.
I've got to watch myself kiss him every week.
Every week.
Wow.
I didn't think there was going to be tongue involved. But when the tongue went in,
do you remember that?
It was kiss cam.
So what happened was there was a
quite
picture in the paper where Joey kissed Billy Peden at the pub.
Yeah.
And then so everyone was talking about it. And then what happened, kiss cam was on. I spoke to the people on the camera. I said, put it on me. And then they put it on me, so give Joey.
I went in with the cat's bottom, like that.
He's opened his mouth.
He put the tongue in.
That's disgusting.
And my first game was a reserve grade game, and then you used to walk into the tunnel at training, and there'd be three teams: first grade,
That's how you
reserve
found
grade. I think they call it
President's Cup.
And my name was on the reserve bench for first grade, and they say, right, you go and train over there. Coach never said anything.
Was Gus
I never spoke to
coaching?
anyone.
Was Gus coaching then?
No, Ron Willie.
I was from Willie.
I'll tell you the one thing I did when I did that and I kicked the ball, so it was an early tackle.
Yeah.
Roy Simmons snuggled up to me on the way back and said, if you ever kick the ball on an early tackle like that again, I'll kill you.
What about the story when you turned up to the after-match presentation with an earring in?
Well, that was the same time. And so three blokes held me, and it was Graham Bradley,
The Penguin.
Penguin, might have been Chris Mortimer and Royce, and one of them ripped the earring out of my ear. It was bleeding.
That would have been Chris Mortimer.
Imagine if they went on now.
Literally just grabbed me, pinned me, and just went bang and just ripped it out. My ear was bleeding.
I saw someone
And
at
you
the
know what?
weekend. Sorry.
Never wore an earring again.
No.
Until I do it in the off-season, whack it in every
Well,
day.
you couldn't. You couldn't get it in because they'd ripped your earlobe off. The
Fair
green
enough.
boxes one. Oh.
He just walked out of DCM's at 5 in the morning. Can we get that bloke with the underbite? He just walked out of DCM's with the glow sticks in his hand. He'd been on the podium for 5 hours. Oh, that was so good.
We're going to get taken off air.
His face was just...
I had a friend, Vinny.
Oh, that was so good.
This one's the cheese rolling, which is...
10 yellow per second.
Oh, look at the bloke at the front. He's going to die.
How's his salmon? Straight on the blur.
That must be
Look
something.
at that. Do you reckon they're full of it?
He just left DC.
He just left DC.
He got it.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Closing time at DCM's. No, that's closing time at the Cessnock Hotel. They just shovel him out.
the impact.
So dangerous. I'm assuming Brent.
Oh, they jammed him.
Oh. So
no.
So someone just said that you can tackle them.
Mate,
to
look
stop them getting the cheese.
how steep that is. If everyone's got to sit like that.
Oh, no way. Oh, look at where's Wally. Oh! Look at under.
Look like Diego Maradona. We've got exclusive vision inside DCM nightclub from last weekend. Let's see what went on.
Oh, was it JT with his...
I was the fan.
Have a look at him.
He's in good
He's
nick.
let himself go, hasn't he?
Oh,
They're called the Old Faithfuls.
look at him. He loves getting the shirt
And
on.
also part of the crowd was this bloke.
There's Freddy. 1994 leaving DCM.
Oh, that'll do me.
Swallowed the
Just
lollipop.
biting his ears. Swinging like a hammock.
All right. What was the story about the Kangaroo Tour that time? Were you playing like a French? Was it a French team or? And you were didn't Bozo not say to go easy on them or something? And they were in the first half.
At half time, so I was in I played in the game,
Yeah,
so I was in 1994, and he said, "Look," he said, "let's just get out of here.
Yeah.
Let's just win the game and go." So by half time, they were just bashing us. They were just elbowing. It was so violent. And then he said, "It's open slather." And then just go out there, protect yourselves. And Ian Roberts just give it to this bloke. I ended up having a fight. I reckon it was one of the only fights I ever had.
Oh.
This little French bloke come up like that. Just went bang straight in the...
Freddy.
Cut him straight across the eyebrows. And his actually wife come half by running on the field.
Really?
In the same game, Terry was in a fight, Terry Hill, in the grandstand.
What?
Mate, it was crazy. The brawl was crazy.
So it was in France.
It was in France.
They love it, the French. Don't
Oh, they love fighting. They used to link arms and kick. They'd walk up to you and start kicking.
What, on the dance floor?
So it was like,
DCMs.
oh, matey was there.
We have made it. The ABC have featured us on one of their shows. When I walked into work today and said, "Oh, do you know you blokes are on the ABC?" I'm thinking, "Oh shit, not media watch."
No. You don't want full
No.
I was sitting there watching this show with Marie, and this came on. We watch it most weeks.
There's Freddy's throw. Here we go.
And we're just horrified. Marie she just shook her head and walked away. She was disgraced. Easter.
It's even tripped up Freddy Fittler and Andrew Johns, the hosts of my favourite NRL analysis / Bible study group, Freddy and the Eighth.
What is the biblical thing at Easter? This is when...
You don't eat meat on Sunday.
What happened?
Well, you don't eat meat Friday.
What happened in biblical times?
So then Monday you come back.
Yeah.
Yea, and Mary Magdalene said unto the disciples, Monday he come back. And worse, you've confused Australia's two greatest theologians. So for that, Easter, you're cancelled.
Cancelled Easter.
I'm so glad I didn't get in that shot. I'm immune.
Cancel it. We work all day, all Easter weekend, keeping the country going. I wonder if he works on Easter.
Oh, don't get all narky. Did Jason Stevens get in contact with you?
Steve-O, Jason Stevens, sent me a text, said him and Brad Thorne want to come and see me.
We didn't quite nail it, did we?
The worst one was the mother-in-law. The mother-in-law told me, "What's going on here?" I says, "It's just a joke. We're joking.
Yeah.
Don't joke about that stuff."
I had a fella come to me at the stadium gym, and he said the same thing. Said, "You and Andrew, were you joking the other day?" Yes.
Yeah, we were.
It was unbelievable.
Look at wish he's got a bum bag on.
Craig Salvatore. Yeah, it was unbelievable. Turning up.
You wish he's got a bum bag. Full Esche. Esche in the early 90s, wishy.
I remember going in on the bus and it's right. What Bozo was saying is people just wanted to get
There
inside.
is Freddy.
Look at that.
He's celebrating.
There was one stage a roof collapsed.
Really?
A roof of a thing
They're not,
collapsed.
the stadiums were pretty rudimentary.
Then obviously when all the tear gas come in and stuff, the game ended up finishing. So what happened was the people outside were filthy. They were throwing rocks in from the outside in. So we're up against the gate, so then they'd coming over your head. They got us onto the bus, and then one of the rocks hit the window right near Lazo. Imagine Lazo whinging.
Yeah.
So a rock just smashed the window of the team bus. As we were trying to get out, it was just mayhem. I remember Johnsy and I went and found a betting shop. They threw us in the back of a ute, and we're driving through the middle of the jungle in Papua New Guinea. They took us down a dead end, and I'm just sitting there. And there's people coming out of the trees, and I'm just going, well, how bad do we want to have a bet? And then anyway, it ended up coming good and picked someone up, and then off we went to this big betting house.
Wow, in the middle of the Papua New
It
Guinean
was
jungle.
packed. It was
Wow.
scary.
There you go.
Scary. Can I tell you a
Worthy
story
tribute.
about Keith?
Yeah.
So Keith was our manager on the 1990 Kangaroo Tour, and they were wild back in the day. They were wild. He was such a gentleman, a really well-mannered, super nice, respectful gentleman. And then, so one day, it was at breakfast. So I come down to breakfast and he says, Freddy, because he's English. So
Welsh.
he's Welsh. He's got this accent. He said, Freddy, do you have anything to do with this? And he held up this big fire rocket. I was sort of just sitting there, you know, like trying to say no and just going, oh.
Like a firecracker.
A big firecracker.
You were firing them out your bedroom window.
One of them, yeah. And it went straight down. It fell out and went straight down and hit the road and nearly hit someone.
Oh, no.
Anyway, mate, you should have seen this crackle. It was unbelievable.
How big was it?
Huge. So anyway,
Where'd
and
you
I'm
get
sitting there and he's going, because he's just all frustrated. Keith was. He was all frustrated and he's going, I can't believe this. I just can't believe it. And he said, and to top it off, 2 blokes last night were having a farting competition at the bar.
Rocker and Sam back.
I don't know, but I'm sitting there and I had to own up to the firecracker. But
A fighting competition.
a farting.
Oh, a farting
A farting competition.
Oh, right.
And 2 blokes were having a farting competition at the bar. And he's just shaking his head, just thinking, what are these animals doing?
Just before we go any further, I just had a look at the form guide for Freddy in the 8th before we came in here. It says Andrew Johns last raced as a colt, racing today as a gelding.
That's right. There he is.
How sore is your groin
This
burst?
is part of the recovery process, Andrew.
This has been the last couple of days.
We need to get an iceberg.
That's after his week-long ban ends.
I wish it would have happened 30 years ago. I don't have in Newcastle.
Don't say that. Your children will be watching.
Oh, yeah, that's they're cool.
The ultimate gear change,
It's been
eh?
a humbling few days.
Yeah.
But,
You feeling okay?
well, I got the cushion down
He's
here.
not walking real well.
Yeah.
Ricky Stewart's wedding, I went down there. Oh,
Was that when you and Fernsey would...
got some good stories out of that.
Go on.
I was with Fernsey. No, actually, well, we were having a drink with Dave Ferner and he's got a pool out the back. And so me and Fernsey were drinking into the morning and his daughter comes out, Maddie, and I just assumed because she was about 12 she could swim. So
Oh, no.
just tossed her in the water. Fernsey's wife's come flying straight out of the thing to top him. Me and Fernsey got a bourbon in the hand. What are you doing, you idiots?
Evidently
was
she couldn't
daylight.
swim.
Yeah, it was morning.
Oh, it was morning.
It was morning.
It wasn't the middle of
Mate.
winter in Canberra, was it?
You couldn't get away with a soft drink in Canberra. They were mad.
How's your Thelmas?
Yeah.
Your Thelma plums.
Yeah. I actually got a tip for men out there, especially men over 40. Now, I usually don't wear underwear. It's the free boy.
Really?
Yeah, but since I've had the snip, I've had to. Paw plus underpants is like your nut spoon in heaven.
What, the fruit? What, the fruit?
What do you mean the fruit?
That's a fruit, pawpaw.
Yeah, but you get the cream. It's
Oh,
like-
no, I thought you meant you put a pawpaw in your
lather
Alex McKinn used to do.
Just
mango.
lather it on. Eh?
Alex McKinn was a fan of mangoes.
Yeah, don't bring that up. Lather it on, get some underpants on, and honestly, you will feel your plums are sending out. Thank you very much.
It's like he's
They are in
like
heaven.
He's just discovered underpants for everyone in the world. The majority of
Are you
people
an
wear them.
underpants wearer?
Yes.
He's not a deodorant wearer.
Probably
though.
I want to slap him in the knees.
Anything else? Anything
That's my
else?
plums, not the pencil.
Oh no. I can't remember doing this.
Uh-oh. You're supposed to stick your legs
you know,
out.
Well, have I got skis on? I don't even know if I had skis on there.
Your
I had
belly
no
flopped.
chance. I mean, it's just a G-up. I was always going to do a belly flop. I've never been skiing in my life.
What about scootering? Were you any good at that?
Well, you have evidence here I'm not.
Look out.
Well, you know what I did.
Slow down, big bar.
I went too
Hit the
fast.
brake.
Well, what have you done?
See, that was a match race and I was desperate to win, but I went too fast early. Like I've never been on a motorbike either. I had no choice, and it was either turn the corner and land or go into the fence. So I went into the fence. I thought I'd hit the ground a bit easier.
What if the fence came
It didn't
away? You
work.
would have ended up down the hill.
I would have ended up down in the
In the car park.
harbour. It would have been in the river somewhere in the harbour. I mean, there's a decent drop behind
That's a drop,
that too.
isn't it? Yeah, that is a big drop.
That's why I thought, I'm in trouble here. So.
You're wobbling at the start.
Well, you know what happened? I've never ridden a motorbike, and I know your right hand or your left hand, one of them's the accelerator and one's the brake, right? So I had no idea which was which. So instead of going 50-50, I just thought I'd just go.
I thought it looked like a berm to you, like you actually.
I was thinking I could have nearly finessed it a bit better and come off the fence and come back down.
Did you just get back on and keep going?
Gee, that would have been good. Now, you suffered a serious injury.
Yeah, I broke my rib. My mother rang me the next day and said, Daryl, we saw you. Mum was living in Brisbane. She said, Daryl, we saw you on the motorbike last night. I said, yeah, Mum, I think I've got a broken rib. I'm all right, though. She said, oh, no, we're not worried about that. She said, just me and your father laughed. And we... I said, oh, yeah, it was funny, Mum.
Thanks, Mum.
Glad you thought it was funny.
Thanks for your support.
Yeah.
Michael De Vere with the staple, one of the great Origin moments.
One of the great doctors, Dr. John Orchard.
Well, if anyone had been at the hotel prior to this, I mean, like the week before,
Oh, God.
the doc was actually giving himself staples.
Mate, it wasn't
Over
at
a
the
couple of
hotel.
beers.
It was
Oh,
at the Coogee Bay.
Oh, God. That makes me want to vomit. But I can exclusively reveal here on Freddy in the 8th that Michael De Vere is not the only player to have been stapled
That's
by
unreal.
Dr. John Orchard. Oh, that's awful.
Mate, I took this game away. I went away surfing and off Indonesia on a boat trip. And the American blokes who were on it said, bring a game. So I took that game. I think it was game 1, 2003. So I told them the story before it. And, mate, these American blokes were going, what? What?
Brad, you've been stapled.
Yeah, I've been stapled plenty of times.
He gets split open here. Oh, bang!
Elbow in the head.
Oh, that's not a good place to be stapled either.
You got a heap of cuts on your chin. Oh, there's John Orchard again. Did it hurt?
I don't remember that.
Into your chin.
Look at the reaction to him.
That would be awful, right against your chin.
Oh, look at that. He's got the head on the boy.
I reckon we won that game.
Well, tipping you probably
I'll
did.
tell you what happened. I played in a game in England and the World Club Challenge, and Sharon Albert was playing fullback. So it was icy. So it was in start of the year. The ground was okay, but right under the goal post where the soccer posts are normally, it was just ice. So anyway, hit a hole, come off my left foot or whatever, and just blacked out. Don't know what happened.
Oh.
Anyway, but then got up and I was just bleeding. So I had a full flap. He just like scalped me.
Oh,
I
yuck.
had about 40 staples.
Oh, that's disgusting.
So Darren Albert got you
Sharon Albert.
with a high shot.
Well, I think it might have been a knee or something. I've never seen
Well
the
done,
shot again,
Albie.
actually.
Oh, jeez.
Had a full, my little scalp just popped up. So what happened was all the horses come together. There was people who actually were riding off into the hills, and there was other people that could only walk. They were nervous. So when they come together, Terry and a few of us just took off
Right,
up the hill.
right.
And what happened was Kernsey and Bradley Clyde's horse, this is the...
They bolted.
That was the rebel
They're
group.
trail horses.
And they bolted after us, and they just, mate. I remember watching Clydie. I remember seeing Clydie fall off. It was the most uncoordinated. He's like that, and just went. He just had no resistance at all. He just went
But Kernsey,
and just fell off.
Kernsey's foot got caught in the stirrup and dragged him.
Oh, how embarrassing.
Oh, that was funny.
Kern dog.
I've got to say, you didn't look real natural on the back of a horse.
First time I've ever been on a
Oh,
horse.
really?
First time.
And you got
And I
the
was-
grey.
When I was behind Steve the whole way, Jason Stephen, and the horse. I don't know if it was a horse or.
He's reenacting it.
I don't know if it was the horse or Steve just farted all the way around, just parting me hair.
I remember Ryan Girdler said he had a bad experience with a grey horse called Snowy. And I went up and they go, "That's your horse." I said, "What's his name?" They said, "Snowy."
Oh.
Bad attitude, that
How
horse.
ridiculous when you think about it.
Well, you know the other thing we
Most
did?
idiotic thing. Has anyone got electric blankets anymore? Or have they been banned?
No,
They should be banned.
Because they had... What about if you had an electric blanket and one of those batteries from those e-bikes? Sleeping on that. Do you reckon there'd be a fire hazard?
You would have had an electric blanket for sure.
Oh, it's Cessnock for sure.
What number did you put it on?
High. Yeah.
One.
I used to put it on as high as you could, and then you'd get in and turn it down.
And just roll around.
realise
just
that you're
rolling
really
around at the
How
age of
pathetic.
13, 14
How
on the
pathetic are
electric
humans? Like, seriously, need an electric
I
blanket.
was watching a show last night where there was two people ended up going back to someone's room, and it was a waterbed, landed on a waterbed. Remember the old waterbed
I had a
phase?
waterbed.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did
What
you?
a completely useless invention.
Can I ask a serious question? How was the waterbed for hanky-panky time?
Well, my waterbed was different. Instead of having one big bladder, it had like 5,
Oh, a series of
a
bladders.
series of bladders.
Like a channel.
Yeah. So it wasn't as bad as.
So to answer his
solo-
question,
a solo bladder.
does a series of bladders help more than one big bladder?
I never,
Buoyancy.
I never had a single bladder.
Buoyancy.
But I was a teenager, so if I was hanky panky, it didn't matter.
Oh, don't you love bush footy?
He's loving it, this bloke.
Oh, I love it.
That's not Roberto Carlos's team, is it? These are a stretch of... Look at that.
He's going to. Oh, stop.
Was that Barnaby on that?
Did he?
that
Play him
gurney?
again. Play him again. Play him again. It's too funny.
You reckon that bloke who's on the...
I reckon this bloke's had 15 scooters before he's driven out in the wheelbarrow.
15.
Now,
15 pints.
how does the helicopter rescue get so out of control here?
I got a story about something.
That is so...
See this last one.
Oh, slow-mo.
Remember Cole Whelan? So
Yeah.
Cole Whelan loved.
the photographer.
Yeah. So Cole Whelan
He
loved
landed on his face.
loved to ride motorbikes.
Yeah.
All right. So what he did, he was up in the middle of nowhere and he broke his leg. Come off his bike and broke his leg, but he had to get up and get himself to the hospital. So what he did, he got on and taped his leg to the bike.
Right.
True story. So he's going into town and he's pulled up at the lights and forgot.
And he's fallen on his broken leg.
Oh, no.
And like you think just naturally, instinct, thought his leg would kick out. I was like that bloke on that that stretcher.
Well, let's go down together and have a designated driver.
No, that'll
What are we
be.
going to do the footy show?
Fishwick.
Queanbeyan Race Club.
Where's Joey? Where's Joey? Just walking out of a store. Look at these toys. Look at these toys.
Rubber.
This one just...
Have you seen that clip online where the Have you seen the clip online where the motorcyclist is riding? He turns his head and the bloke in the cuss puts one straight on his visor. Have you seen it? Oh, I'll show you after. It's great.
Fishwick. The pure young love. It's beautiful.
You're a creep.
I need to lay down.
He'd be a model boyfriend too, Nathan, I reckon.
Oh, yes. You imagine being a father-in-law,
Come
bringing the
in.
boyfriend home. Who is it? Nathan Cleary? Anyone else? Same as for Jake Trebojevic. You just go, thank you. This man is looking after my daughter.
So Luai gets the number 7 again.
Who's coming in?
Andrew Johns.
Todd Carney. Mitchell Pearce.
Mitchell's turn.
Brad Fittler. No!
So the doctor come on and goes, felt around Nathan Gibbs and I said, what's happened? He goes, oh no, it's okay. And just played on, just went on, kept playing.
Did you blow your nose?
And then what happened at the end of it, John Cartwright goes, I said, oh mate, it's a bit sore. And he goes, if you hold your nose,
Oh, don't.
if you hold your
don't.
nose and blow, and your whole head just went,
Oh, no.
Did you have the mumps? You looked really puffy. What would you weigh
very, very
then?
puffy.
You're over $1.
yeah, that would have been $1.05. No, a bit less.
Geez, Nathan Gibbs was suave back then. I mean, he still is suave. Look at him. He looked like he could still play there.
But I did go to
champion.
Singapore, by the way.
Did you?
Yeah.
I didn't think you could fly with busted cheekbones.
No.
Oh, mate.
That's terrible.
Look at this. Nothing happened to him.
Oh.
He jumped off the ground.
He got a stern talking to by old mate. That's about it.
Wow. Did it knock you out? Did
No.
it concussion? No?
Not really. I've only ever been concussed like once or twice.
That you believe, that you know
Do you reckon
of.
in the current climate, do you reckon he would have been sin bin?
The bunker would have had to have tipped to the referee. Oh, that's a shocker.
Oh, I haven't seen that. That was awful.
We have gone into the archives and found some of the most brutal moments in Test history, starting with the one that we talked about, Barry McDermott on Paul Sirenen.
No, that's
Oh,
No, that's not the one. There's one worse than that.
no, that's
Kelvin
So
Scarrett.
that happened early in the game.
That's
Here
Kelvin
we go.
Scarrett. Here it is. Here.
3 head knocks in succession.
I missed that.
Again, another shot of it.
Oh! Goodness gracious.
Seriously.
And they're like, oh, that's the one.
Sean
that was
Edwards.
the Sean Edwards one.
Oh, he's a metre off
do
the ground.
Doesn't Clyde do his knee when he lands there?
How bad is that?
But the
No,
bloke that hit
expensive.
Ciro with the elbow, Barry McDermott, is the nicest man
You
you,
mentioned
would
it.
ever meet.
He got a
An
week.
Absolute
He got 1 week, and the Australians pleaded, and it was upgraded to 2 weeks. We get 2 years now. What's this?
That's
it's a replay.
Kelvin Scarrett.
Yeah.
That was the elbow
Oh.
with the ball. Poor old Ciro. Look at him.
He
He's
looks like a
tough.
no-nonsense fella, doesn't he?
Game of Thrones. And what's this one? Oh, get that in your creamy underpants.
Adrian Morley.
Go on, you
This
Barry.
tackle from Morley is in international infamy. Did not get suspended.
Yeah, slipped up off the ball.
Extenuating circumstances.
It's the quickest knockout in history, isn't it?
Yeah,
Is it
12 seconds.
Poor old
Oh, dear, oh dear. And then Willie, so he takes on Sean Fielden and Sean Long. Gee, I hope the NRL don't watch this week's show. They'll be in the fetal position.
Jamie Peacock.
Jamie.
Bedsy loves him, Jimmy. Stuart Field was never the same after that.
What did he get for that?
I don't remember that.
No, I don't remember
what
that. I
it
don't remember the fight. They don't play many test matches. That was at Allianz.
Yeah. What about that punch? Oh. So Andrew last week admitted that he smashed JT with a coward shot back in the day.
Absolute dog shot.
Bang! Oi!
Play on, no penalty.
He got up and played it.
Oh!
Nice.
Well, it's one of his first games. Old ball, young ball.
How long you get there?
And then look, he gets a free massage. Look, watch the body slide when I get on there. Ready? Oh, you missed it. Missed the last bit.
What'd you have to say to him on the ground?
No, not too much. Not too much.
Well, he can talk because he had your bicep in his mouth.
That's right. Mouthful of immortal.
Mate, nowadays, it'd be hit the road, Jack.
Yes, and a few weeks on the sidelines as well.
Sorry, JT.
Do you know what? I had one of those. I went and did a float.
Yes.
You heard about floating?
Are they good?
Well, you'd know. Really good. You go into the room, you spend an hour, you're in the nud,
Float
all by
tank,
yourself,
yeah.
and for an hour, no, shut up, no light, no, it just basically blocks out your senses for an hour. You float on the water. It's
Have
like
you
full of magnesium and
Have you
stuff.
had one of those enema things?
No, I haven't. I've never had an enema,
Have
Brad.
you?
I had one the other night.
I took the wife.
At the
took
Clover
my-
Valley Hotel.
Stop.
I took Marie for her birthday.
What?
So you sit there for like an hour. I think I
What a
forget it's
double
called.
to do him.
It's like a flush. Well, they put a pipe up your. How you
It took your
going?
missus to get a...
And so they just fill you full of water and they just clean you out.
Hang on, you took Maria to
Marie.
get one?
It was for a birthday.
Oh, for a birthday. Happy birthday, love. Get this up,
I
yeah.
was at the Chloe Saturday night. I was doing one at the sink and somebody was, what are you doing? So just having an enema. Just leave me alone.
I bet that bit's going to get edited
But do it
out.
responsibly, kids.
Brad Fittler, hello.
How are you, Matt?
Great to see you.
You too.
The 8th,
I think he's checking the weather.
is he?
I think so.
Well, he was such a big hit with his weather forecast for Grand Final week on last year's Grand Final show. Here's Andrew Johns with the Grand Final week weather.
And the outlook for Grand Final week is mostly fine. Have a look at that. Thursday, 21 degrees, a low of 11. Friday, 24, a low of 8. Saturday, 28 degrees, a low of 12, and maybe a chance of a couple of showers. But have a look at Sunday, our biggest day of the year. 29 degrees, but getting down to around 12 degrees by kickoff. So men maybe take a cardigan, women maybe a petticoat. And there it is throughout the day. Look at it, climb to 28 by 5 p.m. and then gradually going down to 22 by 8 p.m. So just remember, Monday's a public holiday. So ladies and gents, whatever you're going to do it well and do it large.
Well done.
Well done, Andrew Johns. Here is a man that takes his weather very seriously. And he thought, I think this could be a career for you following commentary.
Yep.
You and Peter Overton?
Yep, me and Pete, just locking horns on TV and late at night.
I don't think he's that kind of guy.
Yeah, neither do I.
The one thing I thought about though, dropping down to 12 degrees will be pretty dewy.
Yeah, long sprigs.
Long sprigs. Take your long studs.
This story's well told, but can I get the coach and the players' perspective of what happened when the Penrith boys went to town for the Grand Final breakfast?
Yeah. I'll let the player talk first.
Yeah.
It was a bit overwhelming. We didn't used to go into town that often. And the moment we got off the Great Western Highway, things changed.
Right.
And so what was the next morning? The Grand Final breakfast. And we just got a bit excited, so we had some beers in.
On the bus?
No, in one of the bedrooms. It was my bedroom, actually.
Oh, it was yours?
Yeah. And Cole Bentley at the time, it was very straight. I think he actually left. It was funny because I used to forge signatures in the day. And then I forged Cole Bentley's signature on all the food and drink. Don Felder's called me in the following day and said, Cole Bentley seemed to have racked up a pretty big bill.
And
I'm not sure if it's Cole Bentley's,
How
Bradley.
big was that bill?
Oh, it was thousands. We had a great night. But and Gus actually walked in.
Yeah.
Horrified.
So did you hear a ruckus coming from one of the rooms?
Well, what had happened was we had the Grand Final breakfast on the Friday morning. So I thought, and the breakfast was on like 7 a.m. We'd have to get up at 4 a.m. in Penrith and get on a bus and go in. So I got the club to pay for a night out at the Regent Hotel where it was, and it was pretty plush for some kids from the Golden West. So we went out to dinner together. I used to take them No Names for a Spaghetti. We go to No Names for a Spaghetti. And I've met my girl in town and gone to the movies. I said, I'll see you all in the morning. So I've gone and met my girl, and I've come home at like 11:30 at night, and I'm walking down the hallway, I could hear this noise, and I thought, someone's got their TV on or something. I knocked on the door, I opened the door, well, God, my God. But what happened was, there's a backstory to this, and I don't even know if Brad knows this. So we had a player playing for us called Chris Mortimer, and Chris Mortimer was the senior player in the club. And Chris Mortimer told me the story that back in 1980, when they won the comp with the Bulldogs, he was a very, very young player. And the last training session before they went to that grand final, the senior players thought the younger players were a bit nervous, so they took them for a beer a couple of nights out from the game just to settle the nerves, you know. So Chris was our senior player, and we had a lot of blokes playing in their first ever game. They were all kids, you know. We're staying in the Regent Hotel, and Chris Mortimer was the one who decided, he got this thoughts back to 1980 with the Bulldogs. Maybe we need a beer just to settle the nerves.
Not plural. Hey.
Well, I don't know how champagne gets into beers. Yeah, anyway, so they had a bit of a night out. So I didn't count who was in the room. The next morning I went down the hallway, and Roy Simmons is in his bed with pillows alongside him so he doesn't fall out of bed. He's playing in his first ever grand final. And I sat on the bed, I said, can you believe them blokes are having a drink down there? He wanted to go down and kill them. Oh. So the next morning I got up and I said, listen, I don't know, I didn't count who was in the room, I didn't look, I don't care, but whoever's in that room, you better get yourselves out to Penrith Park this afternoon, punch the bags and, you know, have a bit of a sweat out before we train in the morning, you know. So I drove past Penrith Park that night and every car was in the car park, so they were all in the room. But it was great. It didn't cost us the game. The thing that I thought hurt us on the day was the fact that the game before us went to extra time. Remember that? They held the kick-off up for about 30 minutes, 40 minutes. And I think Canberra handled that better. They led us 12-0. We only got beat 18-14. I think that was the hard part for us on the day. But, yeah, Chris Mortimer said, Coach, he said, I thought we were nervous. We needed a drink. I said, Okay, I can understand that.
Anyway,
The G was
but
funny at
I
the time.
remember the chili thing, right?
Yeah.
We did the chilies, and I actually said to Chief took a little tiny bite, right? And I said to myself, that's not good enough. Here it is here. So I actually said to him, come on, you big poof, have a go. Because we'd be taken off air right now if I had said that, you know. But that.
I was on that segment.
Were you on? Did
Were you?
Yeah, I was on.
Did you have any?
Yeah, Freddy's there.
Fat left
No, what
for
happened?
Fatty left for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, mate, they said, the chilies they're just mild, but, mate, they found them in a jungle in Venezuela. And they were super duper hot. And then Chief, they put Chief off, and he ended up drinking the sour milk that had been in the fridge for 3 weeks. Up and undering everywhere. They didn't. We had to sign, one of those affidavit things?
Yeah.
We had to sign with the show.
Didn't a doctor ring in and say it could have killed you?
Yeah, to say, if you die, it's not our fault. We had to sign one nearly every show.
Now, he did some crazy things. We've got the Daredevil dudes going at the moment. Any stand out that really scared you?
Yeah, this stuff here, I was really frightened because
That
these,
looks scary.
they know what they're doing, right? They're professionals. But, mate, it only takes half a second to get off kilter and away you go, This wasn't good either. Yeah, but the going fast in cars, I wasn't really wrapped in. But you did everything. One thing I never did, I never jumped out of a plane. Didn't want to do that. And they were sweet with that. But, the jumping off into the bungee jumping in New Zealand. So, Andrew, you know how brave Chiefs was on the footy field.
Yeah.
He stood on the thing for 25 minutes before he jumped. He stood there looking over for 25 minutes. And every 10 seconds he'd go, are you sure it's tied on? Am I tied on? Are you sure? You sure? And the blokes are going, mate, yes, you are. There's no drama. And he'd look over and then, hey, mate, 25 minutes before he jumped. The big frightened chieftain.
Brad was a little bit cranky about, I don't know if we should be doing this for Brad's mental health.
But
Here's the worst penalty you've ever seen on Origin.
Liam Martin holding down. That was a penalty.
Oh!
That was a penalty. Ashley.
Oh!
18-16, Ashley.
Oh!
Seriously. That was a penalty.
He was going all right.
That's the end.
See you, mate.
See you, Fred.
That's Fred in the 8th. We'll see you next week.